Victory or Death Starfighters. My name is Carlin Jones, and this is a Starfighter full episode review. And today we are watching the HBO original series Love Life. Now, I've been watching this show for the past 2 days. I mean, I guess I'm a fan of Anna Kendrick's. I don't necessarily like her movies, but I really like her as a person. I think she's cool. Or I don't know her personally, but I think she's pretty cool. So I like to show support whenever I can. I also think that she's a good actress. I think she's a good actress. I actually did like her Disney Plus movie Noelle. I thought that was pretty cool. But I've been watching this show for the past few days, and it's been interesting to say the least. I don't think it's necessarily a good show, or at least that's what I'm feeling like. I feel like we're starting off on episode 5, and from the 4 episodes I've watched, I felt like there hasn't been any likable characters at all. I think what is her name on the show? She has such an unorthodox name. Anna Kendrick's character really kind of just comes off as this. She comes off as this woman who has the emotional intelligence of a child. At least this is just how I'm perceiving this character after watching 4 episodes of this show. Because the premise of the show is it's called Love Life, and it's about her throughout the years trying to find the love of her life. And each boyfriend she has, it doesn't work out. Every episode is like a different boyfriend, a different story, and kind of shows you from beginning to end of their relationship. Which the concept, okay, it's cool. The concept's cool. I can get with that, but I just don't like the characters. Anna Kendrick's character, the best way I can word it, she complains a lot about being single and why certain guys don't like her, and then like, what is she doing wrong, this and that, when it's clear. It's almost as clear as day. And hindsight's always 20/20, right? Us watching it, we can always tell what she's doing wrong, or even what the other person's doing wrong, the person she's in a relationship with. But a huge part that plays in her development as a human being, and I'm just talking about her character, a huge thing that comes into part is her friend circle. Her friends in this show are freaking trash. They give the worst advice. They baby her, which okay, so if you're friends with someone and they're going through this kind of midlife crisis of finding love, don't know what to do, or stuff like that, are you really gonna baby them? Now sure, maybe sometimes you have to do that, but from how her character acts, it really seems like since the dawn of time, her friends have done nothing but baby her through these relationship crisis that she has. And you can honestly just tell she hasn't grown at all, like in the world of dating and in the world of relationships. She treats every relationship the same, which means she's definitely getting the same results. And what else can I say? It's just so, I think, you know what? I think I like the show just because it really gives off really good conversations to have. Really good conversations to have about relationships and things of that nature. I think episode 4 was a really good talking point, and maybe I'll review that one. But I definitely wanted to watch something I haven't seen before with you guys. So this is going to be episode 5 of Love Life, the HBO original series, season 1, episode 5, and the episode is called Ducharme. Ducharme. I can't pronounce anything these days. Every episode is basically the name of a boyfriend, is what the show does. So this show has some pretty good talking points, but which is what I like. But I feel like each talking point really just contradicts the character herself. and the rest of the characters around her, because nothing, at least to me, this is, I can only speak for myself, but this isn't relatable. Like what she's going through, all this stuff and how she's acting, it's not relatable at all. I can't relate to her character. And I've been one of those people. Before I was in the relationship I am now, I was like single for decades, like wanting to find someone. Like, why can't I find true love? And beating myself up about it. I was exactly her. I was like, I see that I could be her character, but how she goes about it is not relatable, and how she processes information that's given to her either by current boyfriends, ex-boyfriends, or her friends is just, it's mad annoying to watch, if that makes sense. I'm sure within this episode I'm going to elaborate even more in what I mean, because sometimes I always fear that. I'm like, oh, this character is not good, or this isn't good, and I'm like, well, I gotta, why do I feel that way? So hopefully throughout this episode I can articulate my points more. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not a bad show, and I started watching this show mostly just because I'm tired of watching other shit that people die in. People are getting shot up, people are dying, explosions, superheroes. I'm tired of it. So I always love romantic comedies. It's my favorite genre, and this show, yeah, it's basically like a romantic comedy every episode. So, bro, let's get into it. So, once again, this is Love Life, Season 1, Episode 5. The episode is called Luke Ducharme, which I'm pronouncing that way wrong. This episode runtime is 33 minutes and 24 seconds. You can watch along with me on HBO Max. That's where this episode is located. Let's get into it. And feel free to follow the time code on the screen so you know exactly where we can sync up and have these conversations. This episode will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know. Is she going to therapy? Hey, that actress is in Men in Black. Express yourself. It's not the fact that she doesn't express herself. She just doesn't know how to. Like, she doesn't know how to articulate what she says and when she should say it. You steam roadie? Yeah, clearly. Why would he break up with you over that? That has been every episode so far this season. Is she still dating that chef guy? Oh, 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 okay. You see what I mean by these time lapses? It's a little confusing, but at least they explain. I'm trying to understand why did they decide to go way back to the past to tell this story when we were clearly in the middle of another one. Also, this actress looks nothing like Anna Kendrick. She looks more like Scarlett Johansson. Back when Scarlett, oh wait, that wasn't Scarlett Johansson in that movie. She actually kind of like she looks a little bit more like Scarlett Johansson slash Kristen Stewart. Maybe more Kristen Stewart from like that movie Speak. I had to read that book in high school. What is this dude doing? Okay. Hey, that Laffy Taffy. My brother literally just showed me a song with this artist. That Laffy Taffy. Why are they playing this? So here's another reason why her relationships are shit. She has horrible taste in men. Now, granted, everyone's taste is horrible at a very young age, right? But if you go back and watch the episodes, like literally every boyfriend's kind of like a red flag. I never watched the OC. On my list though is One Tree Hill. I need to watch that. You've been telling me to watch the OC though. Ugh. I'm sorry. This was magic for you? I wonder how old these actors are. I've seen actors on set that look like that, and they're like legit, like 25. It's kind of scary how they can look like that. Never listened to John Mayer. No, the show actually has some pretty good music. I'm gonna download one song that was on the end credits of like episode 3, I think. Mm, yeah. She doesn't understand therapy is hard work. It's really hard work. I still don't understand what the fuck the story has to do with what's been going on with the show, or at least the last episode with the chef guy she's dating. Because that last episode ended on somewhat of a cliffhanger. I mean, it wasn't really that dramatic, but I'll never forget that. My first ever union gig I did years back. It was like such a skeleton crew, and we were in this racetrack, huge racetrack, big green field. It was like 20 of us, and we all just played frisbee. We're like, nothing's being filmed right now, so let's just play. Let's just throw a frisbee around. And I never really learned how to throw a frisbee, so people were like really making fun of me. Wait, break is over? He didn't hit you up or anything? He didn't call you or nothing? At that point, he don't like you. He's just not into you. Some pretty good makeup. Why now? Oh, Lord. Oh. She eating yogurt? Oh, how can you not laugh at this? You better slap her. You ain't sorry. Uh, yeah, you just want it to be about you. I think this ties into her friends babying her when no one should baby you during these situations. That dude don't like you, and your roommate doesn't give a fuck that she fucked him, or she doesn't care that you know that she fucked him. Okay, first off, who told everyone? That's incredibly rude, even if it's fake. I'm still struggling to figure out why this episode exists. Oh, you know what this. Oh, you know what this episode fucking feels like? What's that movie called? With Nat Wolf? And he was like the teenagers running off together. Paper Towns. It's not Paper Towns. It's the other one before that. That's what this feels like. I feel like whoever wrote this was like, I really love that movie. I want to make something just like it. I mean, he kind of even looks like Nat Wolf. Which, by the way, I actually grew up watching the Naked Brothers band. And the lies begin again. And what did she do? She technically didn't do anything. That's embarrassing for them. You didn't do anything. Who spread that rumor? I mean, yeah, you shouldn't have told him he had cancer. But literally, that So Ajo's saying, stop saying shit. That's none of your business. I'm gonna be real. I'm pretty sure those people, the people at school, don't really give a fuck. This is so weird. What does this have to do with the chef? Did she end things with the chef or not? I didn't come here to watch an episode about a paper towns. I need to take a screenshot of something. Why are we pulling over to the side of the road to talk to her about this? Let's go home. She could don't want to be here. That was definitely not. Well, she didn't word that right, but she's right in a sense. No one cares. I know in high school and in grade school, it feels like a lot of pressure and it feels really bad. Oh, here's the chef. Okay, so she's still with him. That's all I wanted to know. And now the episode's over. That's all I wanted to know. Written by Sam Boyd. Sam Boyd? I don't know who that is. So, all right. So what I was saying was, for her and how she's feeling, I can understand how that is very traumatic for you, and you can, because in grade school, you see these people every day. You see them 5 times a week for like 4 to 5 years, maybe even more than that, depending on what town you live in, what city, if you're, schools, whatever. And it honestly does kind of feel like a gated community, a gated family in a sense. For certain schools, when people go there and they go through so much stuff and they don't want other people to know, like, oh, what are they going to think of me, this and that. But I promise you, when you graduate, and you go out and you go live your life, you will never speak to these people again. You'll never know what happens to them. Maybe, you know, and the reality of it is a lot of these people, majority of people you go to school with. Oh, is this for the next episode? Okay. Most of the people you go to school with, they're either gonna go to jail, they're gonna die, they're either gonna be successful, or they're just, nothing. They're just gonna do their life. Oh, that's Sam Boyd. Wait, he wrote this? I wonder if he was watching Paper Towns while he wrote it. Yes. So the episode's over. Sorry, but this is like the behind the scenes. Oh, maybe I zoned out in episode 1. I didn't see that. He's nothing like that nigga. Oh, excuse my language. He's nothing like that dude. What do you... I felt like this episode was a bit useless. It didn't really tell us anything. Episode 4, it ended on a cliffhanger of this guy asking her to marry him because he lost his job. He has he built up incredible debt, and he's doing very questionable things, and she doesn't know how to continue the relationship. Episode ends, and now you give us this episode of some high school shit that I don't... Listen, it's just... Hindsight's 2020. Hindsight's 2020. We all have experiences and traumatic events that have happened to us that, when hindsight's 2020, you can... Majority of people who you tell the story to or who was there witnessing it, they go back and look at it, they're like, that's fucking stupid. That's, get over it, right? But I can understand how it can still be traumatizing to you because it's your story. It's you, and that meant something to you. But at the same time, you gotta have some self-realization about yourself. Hopefully I'm saying this right. But why? Why is this necessary? Why is she in therapy? Why does Andrew Kendrick have this hat on? Therapy's fun. It's fun. I love talking. Obviously. So, okay, clearly she's still with him, right? Alright, this episode is officially over. So clearly she's still with him. Magus Lud Part 2. That's episode 6. Oh, okay. So this must be the chef guy again. Right? Yeah, okay. Chef guy, whatever. I lost my train of thought again. I feel like that was a complete throwaway episode. I think, and please let me know in the comments, if you've been watching this episode or this show from maybe you finished the entire series, but if you've been watching this episode from episode 1 all the way to episode 4, and you watched this 5th episode, tell me if you felt like they could have skipped this episode entirely and the narrative of the show would have still been fine. Because I'm feeling that way. I'm feeling that way. But that's the episode. Yeah. I mean, it's paper towns. that's that's what it felt like, especially when she brought up the whole cancer thing. It's totally a paper towns type vibe to it. I think here's what I've been saying about her character. Garney, is that her name? Something with a G. I don't think she's ready for a relationship. Now, I've said this episode 1 through 3. This woman's clearly just not ready to be in a relationship. She's not ready, right? And I don't think she is at a point in her life where where she wants to be. But that could be like most people who are still in relationships. But okay, what was I saying? Sorry, I had to take a little pause there. Yeah, so I don't think she's ready to be in a relationship. At least that's just how I felt from episode 1 to episode 3. Yeah, because emotionally, her emotional intelligence is based off like of a 5-year-old. I really do believe she needs a new group of friends. I think her friends are trash. They give her awful advice. They literally tell you the opposite of what she really needs to hear in order to learn something, to grow as a human being, and to learn about these relationships she's been in. And then now in episode 4, she has a good paying job. Some years have passed, or at least I think years have passed. And she's with this new guy, Magnus, who, I guess he's a good guy. Well, we don't know that much about him. I mean, not too much, but he was doing some questionable things at the end of the episode 4. But she's with a guy now, good job, in a good space of mind, and she starts this relationship with this guy, and I don't. Okay, what am I trying to say? I honestly do think that I think she's more interested in falling in love than being in love. Does that make sense? I think she fantasizes more about being in a relationship than actual, like, what does it take to be in a relationship. and to maintain that relationship with another human being that you're, attracted to in such a way. That's what I think. That's how I'm analyzing this. I could totally do an analysis on this, but I don't know. Relationships are tricky. But her relationships on this show have been fucking stupid. The first guy, Augie. First off, you're gonna date a guy named Augie. He was all over red flags, and then when he left you, and then you see him again, he's like, "Oh, I'm just touring across America, reading camp books." And you're gonna feel bad about that? He did you a favor. Second guy, Bradley Field. This guy is recently divorced, and I mean, when I say recently divorced, he's processing to getting a divorce. I don't think it's like happened yet. And you're with this guy? No. No. That's not cool either. No. And then third, Danny Two Phones. I don't know what happened with that one. Maybe I zoned out a little. Yeah, that makes sense. So that episode was 27 minutes long, and everything else has been like, past 30 minutes. So I don't know why they decided to do that. I don't know what happened with that one. That guy seemed like a serial killer, kind of. He was giving that kind of vibe out. And then now you have this guy, Magnus, who, in my opinion, has been the best out of all the guys, but still has his bit of red flags. I think he's totally hiding something from his past, definitely with that depth stuff, but at the same time, it's his depth. I mean, sure, if he wanted to tell you about it, he would tell you, but it's honestly not that big of a deal, especially if no harm has come to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's never asking you for money. He's never blowing his money on anything crazy since he's gotten that debt. He just hid the fact that he has a lot of debt, which a lot of Americans do. So I didn't really see anything that bad about it. But yeah, I don't think she wants to be in a relationship. At least this is how I'm viewing it. I don't know. I need to watch this with a friend or just with someone. No one should have to watch TV alone if they don't want to. So I just need to watch this with someone and just be like, yo, what do you think about this character and what she's portraying? And maybe I need to, I don't think I've been watching these behind the scenes stuff from like the end of each episode of what these writers are talking about and this and that. Because maybe I should, because it kind of, I don't think I don't know. I feel like the show is not even about love per se. I don't think it's about love. I think it might be more on the, what the idea of love is to someone. Because everyone views love differently. Every single human being views love differently, even if it's by like just a slight word off or sentence off, paragraph off, whatever. And I don't know. I don't think she's ready for it. That's just me though. But yeah, that was the full episode review. That was Love Life Season 1, Episode 5. That episode was called Luke Ducharme. I don't know. I can't pronounce his name. They said it too, and I totally didn't. Damn it. Okay, whatever. That was the episode. I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna try to be fast and post this, and maybe we'll watch another episode. I don't know, or maybe we'll just watch something else. All right. Well, let me know in the comments below if you want me to watch another show that any of you are watching, and we can talk about it, or a movie. I haven't done a movie yet, but I'd love to do a full movie and review type thing. That would be awesome. Full movie review. But yeah, let me know in the comments below on how do you feel about the show. Did you watch it? Did you finish it? What did you think about this episode in particular? This is a complete throwaway episode. They did not need to share this stupid ass Paper Towns-esque story. Fault. Oh, that's what it's called. Fault in Our Stars. This was a Fault in Our Stars episode. They should have just called it Fault in Our Stars. But yeah. thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I will see you on the next one. Victory or death, Starfighters.